Nissan just updated Rogue lineup and now offers 6 trim levels that are going to eliminate the confusion and frustration that plagues crossover shopping. If you're tired of walking into dealerships only to face endless option packages and unclear pricing, that makes comparing trims nearly impossible. These 6 distinct configurations solve that problem by giving each trim a clear purpose that matches specific buyer needs. While other manufacturers keep adding complexity with overlapping features and confusing packages, Nissan is taking the opposite approach with trims so well defined that choosing the right Rogue becomes effortless instead of overwhelming. Number 6. SL Trim. Picture yourself stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic during your daily commute, desperately wishing you could just relax instead of fighting with every lane change and brake application. The SL trim is positioning itself as the technology showcase that's going to transform those stressful drives into productive, comfortable experiences through advanced driver assistance that actually works. The centerpiece solution comes through Enhanced Pro Pilot Assist System, which is adding lane change assistance and predictive forward collision warning that actually learns your driving patterns. Therefore, daily commuters are going to experience semi-autonomous highway driving that reduces fatigue during long trips. But this isn't just about convenience. It's about arriving at work refreshed instead of exhausted from fighting traffic. Nothing ruins a peaceful drive quite like fumbling with your phone while trying to navigate or change music, creating dangerous distractions that stress passengers and increase accident risk. That's why the 12.3-inch Nissan Connect infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto becomes essential. Therefore, your smartphone integrates seamlessly without requiring cables or complicated setup procedures that take attention away from driving. Long winter drives can feel miserable when you're shivering until the heater finally warms up, but heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, and a heated steering wheel eliminate those uncomfortable first minutes. Therefore, every family member stays comfortable from the moment they enter the vehicle. But the quilted, leather-appointed seating creates a premium environment that makes even mundane errands feel special. Starting at $38,400, the SL delivers flagship technology without platinum pricing. But the SL's refined tech approach is impressive until you see what happens when Nissan prioritizes bold styling over traditional luxury. Number 5. Dark Armor Trim. Young professionals often struggle with vehicles that look boring and blend into parking lots, making them feel invisible in both personal and professional settings where first impressions actually matter for career advancement. The all-new Dark Armor trim is going to shake up the compact SUV market by giving buyers a distinctive presence that commands attention without screaming for it. Blacked-out exterior elements including dark-finished grille components, mirror caps, and unique 20-inch black alloy wheels create visual impact that makes other crossovers look generic by comparison. But this goes beyond simple aesthetics. Therefore, the family crossover gains street presence that builds confidence during business meetings and social events where your vehicle reflects your personal brand. Boring interiors make even short drives feel longer and drain enthusiasm from daily activities, creating a psychological burden that affects mood throughout the day. That's exactly why black leather-appointed seating with contrasting stitching and Dark Armor-specific trim accents create an environment that energizes rather than depresses. Therefore, style-conscious buyers get visual drama that makes mundane errands feel more engaging. Priced at $34,800, the Dark Armor delivers distinctive styling without performance vehicle costs. But the Dark Armor's urban appeal is fantastic until you discover what Nissan has created for outdoor adventure seekers. Number 4. Rock Creek Trim. Family camping trips often become sources of stress rather than relaxation when your vehicle can't handle the unpaved roads leading to the best campsites, forcing you to settle for crowded, less scenic locations. Adventure seekers are going to find their perfect match in the Rock Creek trim, which is transforming the family-friendly Rogue into a legitimate outdoor companion that opens up weekend possibilities you previously had to avoid. The capability upgrades start with ground clearance increases by 0.6 inches and specially tuned suspension components that balance on-road comfort with off-road composure. But the real benefit comes when you're confidently navigating that rocky Forest Service road instead of turning back in fear. Therefore, weekend camping trips become more accessible to families who previously avoided unpaved roads, opening up thousands of beautiful campsites that other crossover owners simply can't reach. Nothing ruins an outdoor adventure faster than worrying about muddy boots and wet gear destroying your vehicle's interior, creating anxiety that prevents families from fully enjoying their time in nature. That's exactly why water-resistant resistant seat materials and rubber floor mats make cleanup effortless after muddy adventures. Therefore, families can actually use their crossover for outdoor activities instead of just dreaming about them while sitting in parking lots. The distinctive orange accents throughout the exterior design aren't just about looks. They signal to other outdoor enthusiasts that you're serious about adventure, creating instant connections at trailheads and campgrounds. Starting at $36,200, the Rock Creek provides authentic adventure readiness without luxury trim pricing. But the Rock Creek's outdoor focus is excellent until you discover what happens when Nissan takes luxury to an entirely different level. Number 3. Platinum Trim. Professional drivers understand that massage functionality in the front seats isn't luxury indulgence. It's a health necessity that prevents the back pain and muscle tension that accumulates during long commutes. Therefore, daily commutes transform into relaxing experiences rather than stressful obligations. But the semi-aniline leather seating with diamond quilting creates an environment so comfortable that passengers actually look forward to longer drives. Road noise and distractions create mental fatigue that makes concentration difficult even after you've reached your destination, affecting work performance and family interactions. That's why the 14-speaker Bose premium audio system with noise-canceling technology creates a whisper-quiet cabin environment where conversations happen naturally and music sounds like a concert hall. Therefore, every passenger arrives refreshed rather than mentally drained from fighting road noise and engine vibration. Winter mornings become pleasant rather than miserable when Tri-Zone automatic climate control ensures every passenger enjoys optimal comfort from the moment they enter. But heated and ventilated seats extending to the second row means your teenagers won't complain about being too hot or cold during family trips. At $42,900, the Platinum delivers flagship luxury that competes with vehicles costing significantly more. But the Platinum's flagship approach is impressive until you see how Nissan makes advanced features accessible to budget-conscious families. Number 2. S Trim. Young families often feel priced out of the SUV market by expensive option packages and premium trim requirements that force them into vehicles they can't comfortably afford, creating financial stress that affects family security. The base S Trim is going to prove that entry-level doesn't mean stripped down by delivering impressive standard equipment that makes reliable family transportation accessible to budget-conscious buyers. Weather-related accidents and getting stuck in snow create genuine safety concerns for families, especially those with young children who depend on reliable transportation for school and emergencies. That's exactly why standard all-wheel drive provides major advantages over competitors who charge extra for weather capability. Therefore, the S Trim provides confidence in all driving conditions without forcing families to choose between safety and affordability. The Nissan Safety Shield 2.0 suite, including automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert addresses parents' worst fears about protecting their children during daily driving. Therefore, even budget-conscious buyers get comprehensive safety protection that used to require expensive option packages, eliminating the impossible choice between affordability and family safety. Starting at just $28,500, the S Trim makes Rogue ownership accessible to young families. But the S Trim's budget focus is solid until you discover how Nissan balances features and value in their most popular configuration. Number 1. SV Trim. Most crossover buyers feel frustrated by having to choose between basic models that lack essential comfort features and premium trims loaded with expensive options they'll never use, creating a value gap that forces compromises on either comfort or budget. The SV Trim is positioning itself as the sweet spot that's going to satisfy practical families who want more equipment than base models without paying for flagship luxury they don't need. Family road trips often deteriorate into arguments about temperature settings when different passengers have conflicting comfort needs, creating tension that ruins what should be enjoyable experiences. The dual-zone automatic climate control eliminates these conflicts by allowing independent temperature settings. Therefore, everyone stays comfortable during family adventures and daily commutes without constant negotiation and complaints. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with voice recognition technology that actually understands natural speech patterns solves the dangerous distraction problems created by fumbling with cables and complicated interfaces. Therefore, drivers can control functions safely without taking attention away from the road. But the enhanced 4G Wi-Fi hotspot keeps passengers entertained during long drives without draining phone data plans. Priced at $31,700, the SV delivers the perfect balance of features and value. The SV's strength lies in avoiding both budget compromises and luxury excess, creating a trim that's going to satisfy buyers who want modern features without paying for options they won't use regularly. The 2026 Nissan Rogue's 6 trim strategy represents exactly what the crossover market needed: clear choices that eliminate confusion while targeting specific buyer priorities without overlap or waste. Whether you need the SV's practical balance, the Dark Armor's distinctive style, or the Platinum's luxury refinement, each trim solves real problems that families face daily. But the real winner here is how Nissan made crossover shopping simple again by creating configurations so well defined that choosing becomes effortless instead of overwhelming. The only problem Rogue has is the fact that it competes in the toughest segment in the market, and the next year brings several major updates, including the full redesign of the Jeep Compass you can check out in our next video. So far, Jeep wasn't able to keep pace with rivals, but the new generation is about to change that completely. Besides traditionally impressive off-road expertise, the new Compass raises the bar in terms of interior luxury, refinement, and overall practicality.